So a lot of things have happened today, and like honestly, when it comes to kind of WNBA news, I'm trying to record all of these now and get them all done, and take a bit of a rest before the game because it's gonna be a long L night as well, and starting to feel a little bit like I'm feeling better today, but feeling a little bit. But we got to talk about this right now, and it's a big one. This is a big one right now, and it is a potential trade for Aaliyah Edwards being available. And Aaliyah Edwards is like legitimately one of those players that has all the potential in the world. Has she been great this season? Not really. Not really. She hasn't been. We can be honest. Aaliyah Edwards has not been great this season. But there are a lot of teams that could really do with Aaliyah Edwards, because the problem with Aaliyah Edwards is not that Aaliyah Edwards is not good. It's not even that she's not a starter level. It's that her team, at her position, she is like a 4-5. She's definitely not a 3. She's a mobile 4, small ball 5. Her team employs her, Shakira Austin, and Kiki Iriafen. And I mean this, Kiki's got higher potential, but right now, like Kiki's in the slump she's in. Aaliyah Edwards has been better over the last few games. But you got to get rid of one of them. Not only that, when Emily Engstler comes back, Emily Engstler is good. Emily Engstler is legitimately, she's a 3-4, good stretch big, and she offers something that none of the others do, and it's 3-point shooting. And Engstler's tough. Engstler does all the little things. I would love for the Fever to have Emily Engstler back. Like, she's one of the players I really want the Fever to go for in free agency. But yeah, so obviously when it comes to Aaliyah Edwards, the Mystics are trying to get rid of her. The Fever, I don't think have enough. I think the Fever, if I was the Fever, I would try to see if the Mystics want to just go for it this year and try to find some way of engaging trade talks and finding a way to maybe give up a first. Because in my opinion, I actually think that Aaliyah Edwards is probably better than what they're going to get with whatever first round pick they have in the next 2 years. Like, I think Aaliyah Edwards is legit. I think she is legit. I didn't think she was going to be this good coming into early last season, but I think she is legit. I think she has the ability to shoot the 3 ball. I think once she gets into a situation where maybe she has a bit more freedom for that, I think Aaliyah Edwards is going to. I think she's going to be a legitimate positive presence for whatever team she ends up signing for. But with that being said, what teams are going to look for Aaliyah Edwards? It says here multiple teams have reached out to the Mystics, and they're taking the calls. It's going to be probably the Wings. Reunite her with Paige, 2 of them from the same rookie freshman class in UConn, and the Wings, if you guys don't know, they just got another first round pick. So the Wings having that first round pick means, look, they're going to use it. They're going to use it. And like, I think there's no point in really holding on to it when you can get Aaliyah Edwards, Aaliyah Edwards, if she took a super senior year, Aaliyah Edwards probably goes 5 or 6 in this year's draft. She's in that Kiki conversation. She probably goes 5 or 6. She got taken above Angel Reese. So it's not like Aaliyah Edwards is not somebody that has a high ceiling. It's not like Aaliyah Edwards is somebody that people don't expect a lot of. She was good in Unrivaled, and I understand Unrivaled is Unrivaled. And yeah, I understand she 12-0'd Breanna Stewart in 1v1, which kind of got people overhyped about her. But like, I don't see a scenario where a team doesn't, like, she's going to command a first. Like, I would assume Aaliyah Edwards is going to command a first and a player and first for her. Natasha Howard, Sophie, and a first. I wouldn't make that trade if I was the Fever. If you get Engstler back as well, sure. If you get Engstler back, I think Natasha Howard in the first straight up for her. That works because the Mystics have infinite salary to take on. And if you're the Mystics, you can take on a bad salary. A lot of people are actually saying, potentially, there's a lot of people like the Wings can give up that 2027 first. And it's like, what player? And they're like, Isaiah James. In that, if I was the Wings, I'd give up Enrique. Because the Mystics can core Enrique. If I'm not mistaken, I think they can core Enrique. Either way, like, if you're not going to keep Enrique next year, get some value for her. I'd give up Enrique. I would start the conversation with, we will give you Enrique Agumbawale for Aaliyah Edwards. And then the Mystics get Enrique get no better really, because you've got Sykes at the 1, Arike at the 2, then you've got what's her name at the 3, Citron at the 3, or Citron runs the 1 with the 2 smaller players on the wing, and there's only one basketball. So I don't know if Arike is a good choice for them, but for the wings, you have now suddenly got a starting 5 of Paige Bueckers, of JJ Quinterly at the 1, Paige Bueckers at the 2, Dejanay probably at the 3, or Isaiah James. As we've got JJ Quinterly, Isaiah James, Paige Bueckers, Aaliyah Edwards, Louisa Geisel-Soter. That is a team, all 25 or younger, who can compete, who are better than their starting 5 was previously, and they're all 25 or younger. You can go out with this ultra young team. Then you've got Dejanay Carrington for some energy off the bench. You've got Tiara McCowan for size off the bench. You don't really have that point guard off the bench, but it is what it is. You go and you just get a hardship player. Like, that would be the perfect thing. Like, if you've got Aaliyah, like, that is a 5 that I would be excited about if I was a Wings fan. Of Quinterly, James, Paige, Aaliyah Edwards, and Geisel-Soter. Like, that is a real good 5. That's a real good 5. And if you want a little bit more, just experience, then you put in at the 3 Dejanay instead of Isaiah James. You keep Paige Bueckers at the 2. Trust me on this one. If you are Chris Kaclanis, keep Paige Bueckers at the 2. You're gonna win games. You run everything to Paige Bueckers. Stop running things through Paige. JJ Quinterly can run the 1 fine. Run everything to Paige Bueckers, and you're gonna start winning games. But like, that is a team. That is a team. Like, you can mold that team into something, because Isaiah James is going to be your tough shot maker, your clutch player. Paige Bueckers is going to be able to play off the ball. She's going to be able to cut. She's going to be able to do a bunch of things. Aaliyah Edwards is fantastic. Geisel-Soter is one of the best young centers in the WNBA. And then you've got Tiara McCown, Maisha Hines-Allen, Dejanay off the bench. You need a little bit more than that, maybe. Like Maddie Siegrist, whenever she comes back, you've got Siegrist there. If you can try and just find a hardship point guard, maybe, or re-sign Kyla Charles and maybe start Charles and use Isaiah James as a point guard at the bench. The options are endless if on the wings. Like, I would honestly see if it comes to the Mystics, if they would be willing to give up for Arike, because they're pushing for the playoffs. They're not tanking. If they would be willing to give up, let's just say a 2026 second, and Aaliyah Edwards for Arike. Like, that's what I would do if I was the Wings. I would try to just get off Arike right now. I think that would be the smartest thing. But the Aaliyah Edwards trade is something that I would be shocked if the Wings aren't going to at least entertain. If we're being honest, they're going to at least entertain it.